This is video 4 for Mindset Mastery, and what am I going to talk about? So if you missed the first few videos, the first one was positive affirmations, the second one was positive visualization, the third one I talked about something I think I created, NFPs and PFPs, negative future projection, and replacing them with positive future projection. Now, here's another one, the fourth one. Don't really know what to call this, but start thinking more flexibly. Okay, so what I mean by this is you have to be very resourceful with your mindset, with your mental faculties, okay? And when you feel yourself feeling resistance or struggling or frustrated, oh, this just can't be done, or oh, this won't work. You know, I gotta stay with my job because I gotta pay my bills. What I do is I start asking a lot of questions, right? Maybe that's something I'm naturally good at, but I found that the more I sort of like refuse to accept reality the way it is, and I'm always trying to be flexible and move things and coordinate things to work out to my benefit or how I want them to be. Okay, so for instance, say I used to be working construction. I was great at it, but I was unhappy. I wanted more. And I would start to say, oh, I need to go to construction because I got to pay my bills. I need money. And then, you know, I would just keep being frustrated, keep banging my head against the wall, going to a job every day that I didn't like, you know, doing something I didn't like every day. And then I started to really, my frustration drove me to start thinking creatively. I would say, you know, is there another way that I could maybe have my bills paid? Is there another way that I could have money come in? Is there a way that I could have money come in before I quit this job? Maybe I could do something on the weekends. Maybe I could start some type of business at night. Maybe I could do something on the internet in my spare time. You know, maybe. And I start thinking of all the variables, all right? And you have to really be a creative problem solver if you want to be, especially an entrepreneur, but I find it follows with everything, success in all type of areas. So say that you are maybe a little overweight or out of shape and you want to get in better shape, and you give some diet a try and it doesn't work out, and maybe you've tried a couple times and failed, and you're thinking, oh, diets just don't work, or they don't work for me, or I'm not able to do it, I'm just, you know, out of shape and I can't fix this. You know, it's very fixed mindset. This is what most people suffer from. So you want to be very flexible mindset. You want to start really questioning every aspect of the excuses that come out of your mouth. Like, so say you find yourself saying, diets really just don't work for me. What you need to rephrase it as, well, do all diets not work for me, or maybe just the 2 or 3 that I've tried? Or maybe it's not the diets, maybe it's that I have a problem with discipline and staying committed to something. You know, maybe in reality, I think every type of diet and nutrition plan works if you just stick to it and execute it. So in that person's example, they're really just hiding the reality to themselves in a fantasy, using excuses that the diet didn't work. Really, it's they didn't work. They didn't execute the plan consistently for enough time, or they were executing the wrong plan. Maybe they were doing something where they were consuming too many calories, or consuming the wrong types of food that was making them fiend more food and more sweets and stuff, you know. So without getting into too many details about nutrition and fitness and stuff, the point is that question everything, be very flexible, and it's sort of like resourcefulness. Think about it like a James Bond or a MacGyver. You know, do they let a couple of obstacles stop them, or do they figure out a way around it? That's why, you know, I think a part of being a man, masculinity, is overcoming challenges, being sort of a warrior, and tackling obstacles and meeting it head on and being creative to find the solution. So I think that's inherent, that men just sort of like that, and we respect that. And then to not do it, what I find today, there's sort of a lack of masculinity, there's a lack of this resourcefulness. We are very comfortable in America, people in general, not just men, and people are very, I consider it soft is the best word I could think of to describe what I'm trying to say. People give up easily. People go, oh yeah, I want to start a business, but you know, you gotta file paperwork, and you know, it takes a little time, and I gotta do a little more research. All these little excuses come up. If you really think about it, what did you just say? You gotta file paperwork. You gotta do some research. Like, that's easy. That's not hard. Just execute it. Do it. So I find most people speak in this sort of soft excuse manner, like this excuse-heavy speech, when you want to be flexible, you want to be resourceful, figuring out how to do it, how to get it done. And yeah, I don't want to rant on too much. I don't know if this is really making so much sense, but what I find is maybe the term is fixed mindset. Most people suffer from a fixed negative mindset that it can't be done. This is just the way it is. There's no solution. And what I'm saying is try to focus more on growth, on being creative, on questioning everything, and being positive. How can it work? How can you make it work? Why will it work? What are your options? What are all the options? If this way doesn't work, can you go this way? Can you go around it? Can you go over it? Can you find someone to help you get over it? Can you find someone to do it for you? Can you, backtrack and do something reverse? Can you, that's how you got to think. Think of everything. Lay out all the cards, play around with them, in your head, even write it out on paper, all the variables, all the options, and be positive, be relentless, be resourceful, right? Maybe that's what it should be. Be mentally flexible and relentlessly resourceful, okay? That will be my quick summary on everything I just ranted about on a tangent there. Hope this helps you out. Video 4 of Mindset Mastery. Click subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notifications bell. And if you have any feedback or questions, I truly, really appreciate it. I'm trying to really grow this channel and help as many guys as I can. Throw it in the comment section. I will reply. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I'll see you in more videos. Take it easy.